Aloha everybody and welcome to part 18 of Mega Man Legends. So as I said before in the last part, we are going to be doing a whole bunch of side questing in Mega Man Legends now. We're pretty much at endgame, we can go right to the final area and finish this thing. But instead I'm going to help out all the people in Kattelox Island so I can get a whole bunch of special upgrades, so I can get a whole bunch of Mega Buster parts, and basically to help out everyone in Kattelox Island. You know, I'm a good guy. I want to make sure everyone's happy, you know? So I'm back at Kattelox TV station. With the jet skates, I can now access a third minigame that involves driving between all of these different pylons and trying to get super high scores. And what I'm showing right now is just Rank A, and the winning portion of Rank A. Because there's so much side quests we have to do, and, you know, I just want to get this thing moving. But like the previous minigames, you have to do Rank D, Rank C, Rank B, and then do Rank A in order to get the prize. So I got a music box for completing this course. So here's how this minigame works. Basically, you're trying to drive in between all the pylons, and if you miss one, and you drive through the next set of pylons, you instantly fail, you know? It's very much Superman 64 with the rings, only actually fun. So, you have to hold circle to activate the jet skates, and as I said before, if you hold up on the control pad, you actually accelerate a lot faster, and if you hold down on the control pad, you actually go a little bit slower. And you want to go slow when you're making tight turns, because, you know, the time limits are very tight. Running into yellow pylons will make you get an extra second, which is always good to take advantage of. And it's always important to hold down on the control pad and push R1 or L1 in order to make some really sharp turns and reach things that you need to reach, you know? It's going to take a lot of practice to get used to this stuff, but honestly, I don't think it's super hard to the point of, like, frustration or hair pulling. It takes a little bit of practice. But once you do, you get all the music box, you get the Omni unit, and you get the giant horn, which is necessary for the museum side quest that we'll be seeing in part 19. So, yeah. That's the jet skates minigame. Apparently people are watching us as we do it, and I don't know how that works. You'd think I'd be disqualified, because it's supposed to be like a running competition, and I'm jet skating everywhere, but either way. We're in the apple market, we talked to that guy, and his wife is missing. She went out on a hike, and she just disappeared, and now he's worried sick about her, right? So, leaving from the apple market, we go into the Carden Forest, and we go past where the Flutter is into the fieldish area right next to a ruin, and just before where the Carden Forest subgate area is, you know? So we go through this rocky area, and then as we get out, we turn to the right, and we go look behind this side, and oh, there's the woman! Sneaky, sneaky! Yeah, you're pregnant, lady. You probably shouldn't take gigantic distances, you know? I like one of the options was, let's wait it out and see what happens. Oh, Dick Mega Man, you're evil. So anyway, once you bring her to the hospital, you come back after leaving, and the guy will be out there, and he'll say, "You're the one who helped out Anna, huh? Here, take this as a token of my thanks." And he gives you sunlight, and sunlight is needed to get one of the special weapons. So, yeah. We helped a pregnant woman out. She was stranded, and she was having contractions out in the field, and we helped her, goddammit. Now it's time to help the police. So the police station, you know, there it is, looking good as always. Unless the bonds blew it up, and of course you have to go to City Hall and pay for the damages, if so. Otherwise you can't really do anything with this quest, but you talk to the policeman and they say that the inspector's inside, which means we can now go into the inspector's office, something we weren't able to do before. You know. Nothing fancy, it's just the inspector's office. It looks like a desk from a police show on TV. Well, TV shows try to be authentic, I guess. What would you expect it to look like, Mega Man? I mean, really. Really? So as we know, the police can't really handle the bonds. They're not very competent when it comes to criminals. So we're probably going to have to help out the inspector and do some tasks for him.
Oh, Mega Man, I was hoping you'd come by. There's something I'd like to ask your help with. A little while ago, this little kid with a yellow face came up to me and told me that he dropped something downtown. I didn't really understand what he said to me. He said he dropped 3 things, and that we'd all better run, or something. I'm a bad police officer, Mega Man.
But I get the feeling something's not right. Could you go check things out for me? Thanks, and I didn't even say yes. God damn it, Inspector. So you leave and you go downtown, and you'll find that a bomb's going off. Jesus Christ. That's right, the serve bots have dropped 3 bombs downtown. One of them just blew up, so we're really only looking for 2 bombs. But those bombs will destroy buildings, and if you don't get the bombs in time, you won't be able to get the parts you need for certain Mega Buster parts. So one is always next to this greenhouse. The places that they are actually always randomized, but generally they have the same kind of idea where they're going to be. The first bomb is always somewhere near a greenhouse, generally in this area, so it might not be exactly where I found it, but it's always going to be in that general area. The second bomb is always on top of a house, and this is when you need to use either the vending machines, and it definitely helps to have the jump springs. Don't accept this quest until you have the jump springs, basically. But it's going to be on one of the roofs of the downtown houses. And once you get that, you get both the plastique and the bomb, and you save the town from getting any bit more damaged. Of course, if it does blow up on you, you can still go to City Hall to repair the damages, just like before, but we don't want that to happen, now do we?
I saw the report about the bombs. We're lucky you found them all before they went off. You saved the city again. Thanks for helping us.
Yeah. It's good to see that you're on the case, Inspector. Glad I'm doing all the work. So after you do the first police side quest, this flustered man shows up in the lobby, and now he's all frazzled, and so we want to go back into the inspector's room and ask him if maybe he has something else for us, huh?
Hey, Mega Man, I could use your help with something. A man came to us saying he's lost the money he was going to use to build his house. Poor fellow. I'd like to see if you can find this bag this fellow dropped. The owner of the bag is out there in the lobby. You should go talk to him.
And so you go talk to him. Oh, where could I have left it? I'm pretty sure I had it when I went to the electronics shop. I've been saving for years so I could build my dream house too. Oh, what am I gonna do? So this quest is basically just one big lawn fetch quest. You keep following all of the directions that you keep getting. So that guy said the last place he saw it was the electronics shop. So you go to the Apple Market, you go to the electronics shop, and the guy says, huh, someone carrying a bag? Yeah, I saw him. He said he had lots of money, so I tried to get him to buy something, but he didn't buy anything. He said that it wasn't his money to spend. He left saying he was going to get something to eat. So you think, where would he get something to eat? Well, there's lots of places to eat food here in the Apple Market. Maybe the Jet Lag Bakery I kept kicking cans into earlier. Well, he bought some bread, and then left, saying he had something to look up. I don't think a single piece of bread will be enough of a meal for a grown man, but... So he had something to look up. Now, I don't know any places in Kattelox Island that have internet. So when you want to look up something, where would you go? Maybe the library downtown. This is the first time we've actually needed to go into the library. So let's talk to the librarian.
A man carrying a bag? Yeah, I saw him. He looked like he was having some kind of problem breathing, like he had something stuck in his throat. Maybe he went looking for something to drink.
Thanks, lady. I've never really talked about the vending machines in Mega Man Legends, but there are vending machines throughout town that you can actually access in order to get a health refill, but it's kind of pointless since you can talk to Data wherever. Like, all you have to do is call the car over and Data will refill your health, so... It's a thing you can do. You can drink soda to refill your health, but the girl in green says that this guy is still around, and maybe we should talk to people, because that's the first step of any investigation. Find suspects and question them. And that's really what I'm here to do. I'm a great detective, after all.
Boy, that old guy really made me angry. Get out of my face! Huh? A man with a bag? I saw him. He went running by real fast. He even ran into me. Kept on going without even so much as a sorry. I was angry, so I put the bag he dropped into a trash can. Did he send you to look for it? Well, it's over there. Why don't you go get it?
And so we check the trash can, and there's the bag. Finally, the side quest is over. A lot of just talking to people and listening to what they have to say and going from point A to point B. But when you finally get the bag, you go back to the police station, the guy will be in there with the inspector, and you just talk to him.
What? You found it?
Oh, thank you so much. I was frightened to death thinking about what my wife would do to me if she found out what had happened. As reward, let me give you some of the money. What? You say you don't need any? Well, here, at least accept this, as thanks from me. And we got the arm supporter, which is another thing we need to get a special weapon later. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the quests that we can accept from the inspector. Kitty needs a home. So there are cats throughout all over Kattelox Island, and there's a whole bunch in the main gate area. Some of the cats will just hiss at you. This cat will hiss. Okay. But there is that one cat next to the main gate that we can talk to. Meow. Let's take it home. I'm a cat guy anyway. That's right, shocking truths, ladies and gentlemen. I, the Great Clement, am a cat person. And now you know. So yeah, you can literally adopt the cat and bring it to the Flutter, and he'll always be in the Flutter now. And sometimes when you come back to the Flutter, he'll actually have, like, cat friends that come in to, like, see him. Or maybe the cat's pregnant, and those are supposed to be, like, little kittens. But they're pretty big to be kittens, so I guess he just invited a whole bunch of cats over to the Flutter to hang out with him. I don't know, but yeah. You don't really get a reward for doing that. It's just something I wanted to show off because it's a thing that can happen. Anywho, Beryl says we should watch TV. Let's take him up on that. Let's watch TV.
This just in. We've received word that armed robbers have stormed the bank and made off with a large sum of money.
I don't envy the mayor her job. What with stuff like this happening all the time?
Oh boy. So the bank's being robbed. You head downtown and there's a car being chased by a police car, and we want to keep shooting that car until it breaks down and then the robbers get stopped.
Help! 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 He's gonna get us!
And you can tell from the voices, those sound like serve bots.
We better get out of here. We're innocent! We didn't do anything! This is a mistake, a misunderstanding.
So there's a really funny story going on with this side quest. The serve bots we're shooting at, they keep saying, like, we didn't do anything! This is a mistake, a misunderstanding! The reality is, this is a misunderstanding. The serve bots were not robbing the bank at all. The inspector thought they were robbing the bank, and so he started chasing them and stuff, but they were really just getting a loan. So anywho, once the serve bots are destroyed, well, not destroyed, but their car is destroyed, they run away. The suitcase of money they had is left, and this is actually a chance for you to become good or evil, depending on what you decide to do. If you give the money to the inspector, that's a good thing. Your morality won't go down, and you'll get yourself a 20,000 zenny cash bonus. You can choose to leave and take the cash, and that'll get you 200,000 zenny, but your armor will go very dark, because that's considered a bad thing. The other good thing about getting the cash to the inspector is that this building shows up, this restaurant. It's a new building, and it shows up right after this quest. So, the serve bots were in the bank, right? And they were trying to get a loan because they were trying to start a business in Kattelox Island. So, when we come to this place after that particular quest, you notice you can't really see, like, the clerks, and you try talking to them, and all you hear is work, 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 pan the camera down, and oh, look! The Servbots are here! If you go to the police station, they explain that, like, the inspector wrongfully accused the Servbots of robbing the bank, when in reality they were just getting a loan so that they could start up a restaurant here, and, it's an interesting quest. If you choose to take the money and become a dick Mega Man, then the Servbots can't build their restaurant. They can't build their fast food joint. So that's no good. Either way, that's the first half of the side quest, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for part 19 when we go to the second half. Toodles.